Dr. David Schiller here, and we're going to talk about fibromyalgia today. And sometimes I will peruse the web and look at some research that was done. And this time we're looking at some research that was done on exercise and fibromyalgia. And I think it was in the Journal of Exercise Immunology, or Review of Exercise and Immunology. And they did this study looking at people that exercise, went through an exercise program, but in general they looked at them before and after and found that, yes, decreasing inflammation over time through a proper exercise program. But for many of my patients that come in with fibromyalgia, one of the main complaints about their lifestyle is not able to exercise. And why is that? If they're finding that exercise is benefiting it, why some people don't? There's a few reasons why, and it depends on what exercise you're doing, how intense of exercise you're doing, and whether it's in the pool or if it's on land, in a gym, or at home. Is it gentle? Is it rough? The idea is that you got to find the right exercise for you. So for many people that cannot exercise, some of the things that I have found is that they're doing either the wrong type of exercise, or their body can't handle the breaking down or metabolizing that exercise. So everything that you do, whether you're eating something or doing something or thinking, requires that your nervous system metabolize that activity. And for many people that have fibromyalgia, it's way too much, or they can't handle it. So you have to look in how their bodies are dealing with that inflammation. So they found, yes, people with fibromyalgia have these inflammatory markers. They're in their bodies. They've even done, I've talked about in other blog posts, they had inflammation in their cerebral spinal fluid. So we know it's a neurological issue. The nervous system is affected. And they're looking at whether the exercise is, by decreasing the inflammation, is the exercise working with the PA axis, the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis? Is it doing a good job at handling that reflexive loop that occurs when people have stress? So if you've noticed with the fibromyalgia, stress definitely can aggravate it, or you may notice that it can cause more stress on the body. So the idea is you got to find the right type of exercise for you, but you also have to, well, what is that type of exercise? Or if you're going to exercise, you don't have access to a pool, are you in good balance mechanically and neurologically? Do you have postural distortion? Because if you have postural distortion, whether it be from left to right, if you're going to be doing a symmetrical exercise, if you have a distortion from left to right, then you're going to be causing more stress on the body, and your body can't handle it. It becomes a stress that your body can't handle, and that way you start to get more pain as a result. Or you have postural distortion, for instance, due to brain wind down, this forward head posture. That's sometimes due to a neurological brain issue where there are situations where the brain is not working as well as it could, and part of the brain's purpose is to keep us upright in posture. As a result of the forward posture, then we don't oxygenate as well. So if you're talking about being able to metabolize exercise or metabolize food, you need the presence of oxygen. You need the presence of the right amount of sugars. So if your body has lots of stress on it and lots of inflammation, are the adrenal glands being compromised so that they can't deal with the inflammation? So you have to look at the neuroendocrine components of your body's ability to handle the stress. So you need to look at the nervous system and the brain, and you need to look at the metabolic side of how well the body utilizes energy, how well it breaks down foods, how well it's able to break down the foods into sugar, and how well the sugar is getting into the cells, so that not only can the muscles respond to that exercise, but also how the nerves can fire those muscles. So these are the types of things you got to consider. Well, why aren't I able to exercise? Well, the idea is, well, are you doing the right type? Is your body balanced? How's your brain doing? And how does your body utilize energy in order to do that exercise? So yes, exercise is going to benefit you, but you need a body that's balanced, neurologically competent, and metabolically competent in order to break down the proper foods so you can get the energy into the body. So you need to find a practitioner that understands all these things. Look for my other posts on fibromyalgia as we look at all the different components of it, from your pain to the sleep issues to the digestive problems to the fatigue and the brain fog, and how all these things interrelate. So find a practitioner that understands all these things so that they can get you on the right road to health again. So thanks for watching.